We're starting with our investigation into the Listening Ear Crisis Intervention Center. Tonight, we've learned former board chair Alexandra Mitchell resigned last month because of the reaction she got when she brought up concerns about sex offenders being used as counselors. These are the sex offenders in question. Cleveland Bafford was convicted of first-degree criminal sexual conduct in 1984. Michael Coscarelli has a 1995 conviction for second-degree criminal sexual conduct with a person younger than 13. And Jonathan Case committed second-degree CSC involving personal injury in 2010. The former chair, Alexandra Mitchell, says other board members tried to bully her into silence and treated her like a criminal for trying to make the staff aware of who they were working with. She also said in an email that she unknowingly shared a shift with an offender, that she felt disgusted and that no shower could clean that away. Mitchell says the board tried to downplay the issue and cover it up. She thinks Listening Ear is only talking about background checks and getting rid of the sex offenders now because of public pressure and not because they believe it's the right thing to do. Fox 47's Ann Perret spoke to the head of another organization that works with sex assault victims, who says there should have been nothing to discuss.
They're in a crisis, and the first person that you talk to when you are in a crisis as a survivor of a sexual assault should never be a sex offender. Can you imagine?
Tajmika Torok with the Firecracker Foundation tells me she's appalled by what she considers Listening Ear's betrayal of victims seeking the agency's help.
The reason they are still on the registry after having done their time is because what they did was so serious that our criminal justice system wanted to make sure that our communities knew that they were dangerous people.
Who she says should be the last ones counseling victims of a sex crime.
How much does it matter that they did it 10 years ago? How much does that matter to you as a survivor of sexual trauma?
As a survivor herself, Torok says she also feels horrible for her fellow victims, like board member Alexandra Mitchell, who was advocating alongside 3 registered sex offenders.
That's what a registry is for, so that we are informed and we can make decisions. We can be empowered as survivors of sexual assault to create safe spaces around us. That helps us choose the house that we live in. That helps us choose the workplace that we choose to be employed.
A volunteer with Listening Ear tells me they have always relied on their training to vet people, but have agreed to create a new policy.
There was some traditional standing that people should be judged not by what's been done in the past, but on current behavior. And there was some trust in our training process that we could discern who was going to be genuine on the phone versus, someone who might try to get in and be manipulative.
And he says the 3 men have volunteered to stop working at the organization. And
that was Ann Perret reporting. One of the things Listening Ear does is assist the families of children who need a sexual assault examination. The Firecracker Foundation is working to take over that role until it can trust Listening Ear to conduct background checks. State Senator Curtis Hertel Jr. of East Lansing is working on a bill banning sex offenders from working at nonprofit agencies that serve children and sexual assault victims. He plans to introduce it next week. We'll let you know if it comes up for a vote.